nature their language. Las, che ho ceso trova la sua espressione. If I were to marry an Italian man, I'd be giddy as a loon all my days.
Exactly, Chuck. Silence is a kind of holiness.
Holiness is my mother's province. She's as generous in her virtues as most souls are in their vices.
Why should she not be generous? She had your father's love, and that is woman's reward.
Father's love is sufficient for anything. But you say had.
Oh, I'm too tense to mind the tense. Now put this crown upon your head and do your duty. The Lord Christ is vexed at your frivolity.
Oh, the Lord Christ is love, is God, his father's love, is my father's love, and how can love abstain from joy?
Your joy is frivolous and less than divine.
Right, we are all less than divine. It is our created nature. Only zealots would think otherwise. Would you have me act above my station? Should I court zealotry?
Don't talk theology before supper. Your station is your duty.
My duty is my heart's delight. That's the joy of royalty.
Your duty is to be fitted in your costume for the mass.
Now that's frivolity. Fat lords, nobles, and thespic drink, chanting their words like dollars at prayers. I'm sure the good Lord Christ would have no such sops upon his natal day.
Oh, it is too bad of you.
Oh, I merely meant that dull hearts and empty ceremonies seem hardly fit for this grand occasion. What's wrong?
Wrong? Oh, nothing. Some hearts, so long for old England, now at Christmas time they break and pour their sorrows out handwrit. A letter from my son. Reginald is well and sends his best.
But wishes he was with you.
King's scholars get few holidays, it seems. He says Italian food is bad.
What? Have they no dog spits for a well-done roast?
Oh, Rosie, I don't know.
There's the Lady Paul I know. I see her in that fleeting smile, mistress. I won't have done till she returns.
I should not let light sorrows weigh me so. Time will as it will.
You shall have no sorrows as long as I shall live.
Promise not beyond your scope, little one.
Why not promise to please?
That is the craven way to rise, to smile at all and please the passing crowd. Thus are empty weathercock elevated to high places. They show not themselves, but every turn of the wind.
I should never be windy, mistress.
You must learn to cut your dress to fit your back and no other.
Enough of this. We will send our little scholar something grand. The fringe strap I worked in for, the perfect thing to keep his head warm so that knowledge may crowd in.
I thank you for him, dear.
In another place, you would be mistress. And I may.
Oh, it would be a far worse world were that the case. The crown fits those who wear it brave and well.
It fits not me, and none shall say it does.
Princess!
Your Royal Highness!
Run, Jane!
Bring holiday greetings!
Jane!
Your mother, the Queen!
Be little, Jane, lest the crown should fall upon your head in a world of
Sorrows
sorrow.
with it! Very hot still!
I will not be still till the king gives up command.
King me no king's child!
A grave daughter wants a grave, and I am yet too sprightly for that fate.
Well spoken, Princess!
Lady Seymour, you are not to take her side!
Oh, I cannot take her hand, let alone her side.
A festive time should have a festive face.
A foolish face, rather. Now put on your crown.
Foolish indeed. Crowns are for princes and kings.
So politic, so young, and so well
It will fit your head and no other.
Oh, any other better than mine.
better mine than any other.
The crown!
The crown!
The crown!
Oh, see how it flies.
A weightless thing, a breath.
A show. At least for now, a show. You know your duty. Do as you must, for must comes to all of us by and by.
To my father and my God. I now acquiesce.
You are a pretty sight, Princess.
And you, Lady Jane. You precede me into womanhood and show its perfect shape. Are all Protestant women allowed to look so lovely, or do you have a special dispensation?
Flatterer! 7 years is not so great a gap when two are young.
How is my lady mother?
The Queen is well, praise to heaven. Queen Catherine sees her future replica in you.
I, as good a queen, wife, and mother as my mother were. I wonder at the possibility.
You do more than wonder, Princess. You blossom, and that is a wonder.
A wonder the seed is so small.
A wonder that loveliness and accomplishment have so precise a package.
Lady Jane, your blandishing tongue gives you a French expression.
My time in Paris was educational. I do not deny it.
Do English girls need such education?
What education is that?
Oh, nothing, my sweet. Ladies in waiting receive a certain polish.
A flexible tongue finds many a use. Mistress Boleyn is proof of that.
Though we shared our education, I think we learnt different lessons.
Be that as it may, Lady Seymour, Princess Mary needs no French flattery about her.
What of my father?
Well, the king is often away, and that is sadness.
Away from my mother, why?
She sends you this lace.
Hold still, Princess.
Oh, place it on! If I am to be fussed over, then why not by all?
Princess.
Oh, it hurts. Natural weight to bite a free head so.
The crowns are heavy, that is their nature. As children are subject to parents, so kings are children to God. All must observe their duties and their pain.
There, now, everything is easier with a little kindness.
This lace. Was it duty or pain which worked it so?
Neither, Princess. 'Twas love.
So said my mother.
No, so say I. But doubtless you'd agree.
There, 'tis done.
It jams my head.
It shows no pain without.
But still within it hurts.
A veritable model of royal duty.
A harsh view, Lady Pole. The crown is tall and always a chance for good.
A Christmas star. Wish quick.
What was your wish, Princess?
May God grant my father a son. What angel gives me that will be blessed indeed.
God will grant all blessings in time.
May that be soon. And so say I. Father is not as merry as he once was.
Do not concern yourself with such things. You are light enough for him at the present time, Princess.
I am not like Lady Jane. I know my heart, and I would that there were less danger of the crown encompassing my sins. Domine non sum dignus ut intris ut hebdum meum.
What sins have you, my worldly little one? Did you come with me to France in my pack box? Did I see you playing a flute in a mask and kissing French courtiers behind tall columns?
Lady Jane.
Oh, please, my cheeks. Your colour speaks your innocence. No sins have you, and none should you claim. Experience is a dish for the afternoon.
Oh, are you experienced?
We will not continue this foolish conversation.
You are mask.
No, my sweet, but if needs be, I can play a tune on the flute.
Oh, Lady Seymour.
Enough of this. Christmas is soon upon us, and your mother longs to see you.
Oh, as I do her.
The houses would combine in London. Lady Pole, we should speak.
Listen! The children from the croft! I must give them something. Where's my purse?
But Princess, you've only gold. It is too much.
What is gold? In Christ's love, like fathers, there's always abundance.
I'm surprised you mention Anne Boleyn.
It was a slip.
Understandable, the matter is much thought of.
The king's great matter. When the kings were great, such matters did not matter.
It will pass.
Thank you. Oh, we have so little news. When they come to the princess, the king and queen are on their best behavior. As yet, nothing slips. But Princess Mary will not keep innocent forever.
May the affair end before her innocence.
Amen to that. and all good prayers besides.
What a beautiful spot.
To your eyes, cousin, every spot is beautiful.
You've shown me so many while taking me around court.
You must learn to live in scenic circles. We Boleyn's are going up in the world.
I would my John could see the scenery.
Every view has its price. It's hard work, my sweet. He presses me.
The king? Where is he now?
Hunting with his daughter. You'll meet him this afternoon.
This afternoon? I can't meet him this afternoon.
Hide in the stables if your manners are so poor.
What?
I will find another cousin to meet the king, though I did want it to be you.
At court he was so regal.
Well, that's natural, isn't it?
What shall I say?
Nothing. Better to be silent and let him think you a fool than to speak and prove it. You there? Sing that song for Lady Shelton.
Yes, ma'am, but my cakes.
Now!
Oh, the girl has work to do.
Now!
Alas, fair maid, you do me wrong and cast me off 'tis courteous. For I have loved you oh so long, surpassing thought and constancy.
He wrote that for me.
The king?
All my
Or it
joy
suits
and
my
peace
purpose to have
and
folks
for
think he
my
did.
life.
It's lovely.
A trifle enough!
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of trifles, have you given him
What?
your all?
I will be queen.
That's treason.
It is the truth.
It's a truthful whispering.
How is the right to say the unpleasant?
In the country, the deal's not done till the breeding stock's tested.
He is my good and noble knight.
Which is he at night, good or noble?
I mean little defense.
What if his daughter, though? The child of such a woman will be difficult. The people say Catherine's a saint.
Mary is a child. She will do what needs to be done. There will be a divorce.
God of mercy, how you talk.
It is nothing but good Protestant truth. You are too cautious, cousin. That is not the way to win.
But it is the way to survive. Triumph is a posthumous award. You can't attend your own funeral.
But I can attend Catherine's.
If she dies the Catholic martyr, you'll never be more than Nan Bull in the Protty Or.
Do not tell me who I am with the staple still on your shoes. I need no warning from your churlish tongue. A courtier's life is a life of the body. To stand in state, kneel with grace, and serve with aplomb are matters of outward show. There remains ample time for thought. I have learned to think as I bow, and every obsequiousness is a calculation. I have my chance. Will not lose it by over-eager surrender.
It is dangerous to be wise.
It is wise to be dangerous. I will be queen, and you will keep my brats for your saucy tongue.
A little country learning would do them good. Teach them to see the world aright.
And how do you see the world, Mother Barnyard?
Practically, as a practical woman should.
They're coming.
God, so soon!
Where's your practicality now?
Don't be cruel, cousin. Hail Mary, full of grace.
Enough of that. A life at court is only for the brave. Arrange my dress.
There's no cure like busy fingers.
So I learned in France.
There was sport!
Oh, but not a thing has been killed.
Must there be blood in your entertainment, little chuck?
I wish my house to show you sport.
The pleasure is in you, and the sport is in the day.
Your Majesty.
Ah, Mistress Boleyn.
Allow me to present my cousin, Lady Anne Shelton. His Majesty, Henry VIII, King of England. And his daughter, Her Highness the Princess Mary.
Your Highnesses, I am honored.
Welcome to my home, Lady Shelton. May you receive every comfort.
Excellent shot and a gracious hostess as well.
Mistress Boleyn, you do not rise.
I'm sure it's nothing, little one.
Well,
Forgive me, Your Majesty.
instructional than pointing out my deficiencies.
Did I hear tell you are an excellent shot, Princess Mary?
Yes, she's an excellent shot. Last week at court, we received word our beloved daughter shot a squirrel out of a tree by the lawn without half looking.
Tremendous.
If you ladies will excuse us, I believe Lady Pold can find you refreshment.
Your Majesty is kind to indulge us.
So, these are the manners of the new men,
The Boleyns are a useful family. I have elevated them for our good.
and their own enrichment.
Royal favor is more comfortable with golden lining.
Honor should be its own reward.
It is better for us, little chunk, to have the Boleyns rich and thankful than poor and useless.
So I am to entertain every country cousin.
Show me your eyes. No, I don't think you're suffering too much. There is only one thing I expect from you, obedience and love. They are the same. As God made the world in love and protects it in that self-same love, so a king governs out of love. As in creation, where all things worship the Lord, so in a country all persons, no matter how exalted, obey the king. Whither I go, thou must go, and my way is the right. Since you are my daughter, flesh of my flesh, and as yet my only surviving child, you must be as one. Do you understand?
I think so. Heaven knows there will be sons, Majesty.
It is our purpose and our prayer.
And mine, every evening.
You must know it may be difficult for you, but whatever happens, we will have a son. It is the wellspring of all our actions.
What will happen, Majesty?
Well, very little of any real import, sweet chuck, provided you are obedient. As your position is exalted, so perhaps are the requirements made upon you. Public lives demand public virtues.
Oh, yes, Mother tells me so.
Your mother is selfish in her sanctity.
What do you mean? She tells me.
She tells you too much! My daughter you are, and my property you remain. First and foremost, you are my child. What does she tell you?
She tells me to.
Lies and promulgations of deceit.
No.
Fabrications of her fanciful Spanish
No, I
mind.
don't understand.
Well,
She tells me. She
well.
tells me to always obey the king, my father.
Well, very good. Stick to that precept. It has an English sensibility.
Please, she only wishes.
It
to
is not
speak
her
to
place
you.
to have wishes. Only the king has wishes or desires. All others must obey.
But what of conscience?
Conscience is a dish for fasting days. On the lips of priests and in the stomachs of traitors, it's a common morsel.
What if it will not go down?
It needs must be expelled.
Why, Your Majesty, a cooling draught after such noble sport.
My thanks, Mistress Boleyn.
A mistress has her thanks enough.
Some wine, Princess Mary?
Oh, thank you. You are so very kind.
Oh.
I would not have picked you for Berlin.
Ladies, a toast.
To future days and the king's desire.
Princess, you do not drink.
Forgive me. I've something caught in my throat.
Please take this Bible.
Where are the rest of the furnishings?
Send to Princess Mary in a pack train.
We have little room.
Catherine has less where she's going. She can only accommodate a few sticks of furniture and a maid or two.
How the king has changed.
To see the look on Catherine's face when told of her exile. I think I am older by years.
Your hands shiver, dear.
It is the unexpected emptiness. I thought my life of traveling had inured me to regret, but this void clings to my heart.
There is more than a house abandoned here. There is a world imperiled.
Don't make it darker than it is.
The changes are all around. Government acts against the church. Avarice shows itself openly. The wheel of fortune gives audible screams as it turns.
But if it turns, it will turn again.
The seasons change is little comfort to those who starve in winter. Princess Mary fast alone in sheer frustration. The king will not see her.
Love and time satiate all hungers. This is not winter, this is but a cloud.
You have not an eye for the weather.
Catherine loves the king. She will not divorce him. Regardless of threats, she smiles and every night blesses her husband's hand, though it be far from her. Such is the power of her faith. The church has blessed her marriage, and blessed it shall remain till the lights go out in heaven.
Devotion has a shape.
The king loves her too. Otherwise, why bellow at every setback? It is a mask to hide his true affection.
Desire for which is him.
Anne is a world of wisdom.
I mean the desire for a son. It is the root and the body of the plant.
Then she has trimmed it to her advantage. Her thumbs, if not her sleeves, are green.
It will yield an evil crop. There will be a reaping before Henry goes to the heavenly threshing floor.
Poor Catherine. 7 stillborn and a daughter is a heavy harvest.
You will bring some levity to her sheaves.
No,
No.
I cannot go with her. Don't reproach me, Lady Pole. There are considerations. My family, my brother's position in court. It is too dangerous a posting for me. His reputation could be damaged.
I see.
My father is not the man of affairs he thinks himself. Without care, the family could be ruined. Times are so precarious, I must bow to the common good.
You bow well, Lady Seymour.
I disgust you.
Your conscience puts words in my mouth.
I disgust myself.
You are young. You would not go into exile. That is reasonable. You invent a necessity to fit your desire.
Duty is not an invention.
The need of others is often the high road to our yearning.
Then what is altruism?
Altruism is selfishness with a mirror.
Am I that low?
You are that flexible. It speaks well of you that you have the conscience to question your natural tendencies.
Is that absolution or condemnation?
In time, it will be both.
Henry.
Anne,
Henry, where are you?
I will away.
be good, Lady Pole. Think of me with a shift of kindness, for I am naked at court.
Don't shiver, dear. As truth loves to go, so shall you.
Truth and I, we may not meet a while.
Friends will remain friends, even separate.
Give the princess her mother's Bible. May she never need it more than now.
Adieu.
Not French. Go with God, but not French. O merciful Father, you who never despise the bending reed, let this icy storm of conscience blow over and lead me to grow in your love and prosper in your service as before. All this I ask for Jesus' sake. Amen.
Well, if it isn't my Lady Seymour down on her knees in an empty room, whatever could that mean?
The Marquise is wise enough to know.
Marquise. It has a lovely ring to it. Marquise of Pembroke. Say it with me, friend of my girlhood. Marquise of Pembroke. Poland yesterday, Pembroke today, and Tudor tomorrow. It makes me giddy. Fortunately, I have a head for heights.
Yes, my lady.
I do love to hear you say that. Say it again,
Yes, my lady.
and again,
Yes, my lady.
and again. Mr. Seymour, do you remember those drear old days back in France with dull Margaret? You were such a placid cow. Well, I could have quite screamed with rage. I had never seen anyone so torpid. There we were, in France, in Paris, in the most exciting court, in the most inspiring city in the world, and I was stuck with you, my lady bump on a log. Morning, noon, and night, there you'd be. I would look up from my tatting, God, the endless tatting, and you'd be there. And what were you always doing? Chewing your cud.
You found your amusements.
Well, thank heavens. A girl with spirit could go mad otherwise.
Spirit is a delicate word, my lady.
Do you know what galls me most? It's not your dullness. It's not your disapproving little spirit. A delicate word, my lady. No. No. What really makes me seethe is your herbivorous glide through life. I plot like the devil to go to France, and you go too. I plan like a Venetian to return to England, and you go too. I strategize my way into Henry's heart, crown, and bed, and will you be there as well? Knowing your name, little self-deprecation.
Of course not. I could never be willing.
Oh, I see.
No, I mean.
Jane, darling, knowing how I feel about you, how I've always loathed you and loathe you still, there is one thing you could do to make me very happy.
What, my lady?
Beg to stay in my court. Beg. For all it means to your family. For all you have nowhere to go. For all I hate you. Now.
Your soon-to-be gracious majesty.
Marquise of Pembroke.
Marquise of Pembroke.
Mistress Boleyn.
Mistress Boleyn.
Anne.
Mistress.
Anne.
Anne, could you find a place for my unworthy services in your entourage?
Yes, Mistress Seymour. Disgust keeps good company.
Anne! Anne, damn it, are you in this wreck?
Hark, the lost child.
It is morbid, this looking at empty shelves. Let us go.
Do generals not survey the scenes of their victories?
I see no victory for you, mistress, in an empty place.
But it will not be empty for long, will it?
The sooner my prince is born, the better.
Well, hark the gallant Lady Seymour. His feelings are too delicate for daily work. He will have his bounce and his boy and not care for the in-between.
I do begin to regret me.
Regret not, King of Wind. You've blown up my belly. The prince is not awake this thing. He will be with you when this Catherine chaff of memories is blown to the fire where it belongs.
Look at our house. Every emptiness a mute reproach.
Then I must be a lively consolation.
20 summers in the dust, childhood and a married life for what? I might led like a hound on a miry track.
Sentimentality is a dog's emotion.
Is Mary still my doe-eyed girl?
Henry,
What?
Henry, come here. Take my hand. There. It's good to feel a warm hand when doubt assails. I think of our son growing in my belly, as handsome as his father. And I long for future days. Can you feel him? Flesh of your flesh warm within me. Father and son united by a mother's love. Did you feel his little kick against your palm?
Yes!
Well, you must not go wandering down dark halls and fancies of sentiment. You must stay here with me in the sunlight of our son and future happiness. The only joy is in the coming days. The past is nothing but pain and misery. Like him, you must stay close, under my heart.
Is that a sport?
Good, my darling. Enjoy yourself. But a mother worries so. I must have tangible proof you forgive me, or I shall not sleep tonight at all.
What proof?
A cape. A scarlet wrap. With ermine. To swab my poor pregnant frame.
Of course.
And I'll need 2 attendants. I'm to have at least 2 ladies of the bedchamber if I'm to have a safe delivery.
As many as you like.
Then the crown jewels. Let me wear them for my coronation.
Of course. Catherine has relinquished everything.
And Mary.
She has only a few baubles.
I want them.
My lady, please.
Mr. Seymour.
Pardon.
credit.
But it breaks my heart to think of her rebelliousness, of the pain she causes you, my lord. She should be down on her knees, not banging about her legitimacy. If I had a dog like that, I would cut the bitch in the mouth with my riding crop.
Rebellion sets a bad precedent.
I love Mary, but you must break her. For her own good, if not for the peace of the nation. Do you wish your son to be born into a peaceful kingdom?
Yes.
Then give me the jewels. Such finery only encourages pride in the impressionable. It is a disease of the blood.
Dispatch a messenger for Mary's portion.
Thank you, my lord.
Am I your lord?
He is master of himself, who pleases his betters. Come, Mistress Seymour.
Yes, lady.
I am learning to cherish your company, Jane. Pliant hearts make soft cushions for the mighty.
Oh, Catherine. Deed is done, though you were all unwilling. Lifetime laid to waste, and a stranger prowls our house. I live in a viper to get a son. She kisses him, then she stings. What protection may our Mary find in books or Bibles? There is no shelter from change.
I see you found the chapel, Lady Shelton.
Countess Powell, forgive me. I had hoped to see you.
What is your commission?
I have a royal writ to take possession of those crown jewels now in Lady Mary's charge.
I see.
You will comply.
It was in March.
Pardon me?
March, and bright and cold. The water from the wells sprang up so crisp I felt like shouting, and there was frost every morning.
I don't.
That was when I first came to court, just a slip of a girl. And my first commission was to gather new linen for the Queen, Henry VII's Queen that was. And oh, wasn't I the one, strutting down those cold spring corridors with a royal writ in my sleeve, nervous and filled with awe at my new responsibility, the end of my nose nipped by the taste for power and a hope for more. It's still like that, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I can tell by the end of your nose.
I'm surprised you understand.
I was once young. Obviously you don't believe me.
Oh.
Even serene oaks grow from nervous acorns.
I'm so glad you know. Then you'll give me the jewels.
No.
But I thought...
Good souls cannot be bound by evil laws. Sympathy is not acquiescence.
You received a letter from my cousin Anne, our queen.
There may have been a scrap from that person, as she now styles herself. But we've no time for trivia.
This is my first commission, Lady Pole. I had so hoped to have it run smooth. A good start for my career at court. Since coming to court, I've had nothing but how fortunate is the Lady Mary to have Margaret Pole, Countess of Salisbury, as her lady governess. Your house is old, your name rich, and your 3 sons England's hope. What can you look at when you see me? A gauche woman 3 steps from the stable, the rude wife of a country knight newly arrived at court, and gaudy in her vanities. All these I am. I've seen the inside of an alehouse in my day, but I can see the world change. Can you? In this new age, all things are possible. The king's wishes must not be thwarted. It is a thought to make one lose one's head, even yours.
Ridiculous. There is no possible need to resort to anything as
Please
brutal as...
believe me. This is a new world. Success is the only safety. I tell you this for your own protection.
Possible. Even mine? Even a pole?
I have heard Cousin Anne say poles make the best kindling for a conflagration.
Shelton.
Oh, yes. That rather nice woman with the unfortunate cousin.
She has come to us on business, but we cannot help her.
Well, see to it she gets a hot meal before she leaves. The weather is rough.
Yes, princess.
There is no...
You are not addressing me. I will leave you to your conversation. Present Lady Shelton.
My Lady Mary, I...
No one calls me false titles in my house. I am the Princess Mary.
Please, the king.
My father, where is he? Why is he kept from me? My gentle words were to bring him to his senses. What father can resist a righteous daughter?
A serious matter, but...
My father has become a wanted joke. And I shall refrain. Why has this happened? What have I done that he should stray so far, leaving wife, child, and daughter to go? I am a maid, not a son. Is that my crime? Is that enough to make a man run mad? I thought him happy with me, joyful in my company, proud of my accomplishments. Was it all an illusion? Were those many happy days a sham of complicated hurt? Did he never love me?
He loves you as a father loves.
But I am not a son, and not enough. Therefore am I kept from court. Therefore am I kept from my mother. Therefore am I disgraced and denied my legitimacy because I am not a son.
Child, you are his joy.
But not his comfort or his security. I am not enough to save on time.
No one's that.
But I would be. I would be everything. There is no decent comfort I could not provide. I cannot new to myself. But I would go to the very heights of desecration to end this madness with just a thumb of flesh.
Hush! When Anne provides a son, all will be well. The king will be merciful on your mother and yourself. Now, accommodate. The nation rocks in the cradle of an unborn child. You must do all you can to soothe.
5! What is suitable for the abused? The birds of the air may see whom they wish. I, a princess, have less than they.
You are no longer a princess.
I will not even answer that.
How can I speak without causing offense?
Say what is just and right.
In government, righteousness is a matter of opinion.
Are you immoral, as well as unschooled, that you would believe so?
My heart is not evil. It is ambitious, a family weakness, but not evil. Be sensible. Take comfort.
Comfort is a robe woven too loosely, and often it resembles pity. Does not fit for all your offering. I have said my piece, you have said yours. Our suppers, though in separate rooms, grow equally cold.
You are a brave girl.
I am a princess. It is my training and my right.
Lady Shelton, your groom reports there is no need to stay.
Take some food before you go, lady. The night is cold.
No. Success can be tardy. Failure must be quick. Doubtless I shall return.
This way.
Father in heaven, as you hear the prayers of my mother, so hear thou me. As my mother is gracious, help me to have grace. As my mother is faithful, help me to have faith. As my mother is courageous, help me to have courage. As you love my mother in her suffering, so love thou me. All these things I ask in my mother's name, my distant mediator and absent advocate. Amen.
Hey! Laugh now! Yes!
in your condition to behave. You must get back to bed, and a little drop for your nurse will do you good.
Shame, shame, shame.
Treachery!
Comes the judge.
This is your foulness.
Your Majesty, please.
This is your corruption.
Great Von Henry, may I bleed to death while you bark?
This is my repayment. This is my reward. Catherine, I threw over for you, and for what? A girl! Catherine gave me a girl and with less complaint.
Well, go back to her then if you would wallow in the bed you fouled.
Catherine was pliant and kind. Catherine was faithful and good. Catherine was...
Catherine was a barren hag.
Talk not of your betters, slut!
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus Christ.
So you strike.
There was too much shrewishness in you for one woman, it needs make another.
Pity the man who strikes in rage.
How should I strike? In love? Love is for faithful creatures and dogs.
Breed with them. Spray your seed amongst beasts. Maybe they can give you sons righteous women cannot.
You are a whore.
But the world holds Catherine righteous, and even she could not bring sons from your weak juice.
Thus show the truth of wise men. Loathing is passion's reward.
I have loathing, but you've shown me no passion.
You have too little soul for gratitude.
I have too little for which to be grateful.
What is woman if not a nest of trouble?
What is man if not a fool of mud?
Mud I may be, but I have my seed.
Tell that to your daughters.
Away! There are better places than this. May I never see thee more!
Stay, Lord!
Why linger on a barren field?
Odysseus past, my noble knight, I know that twinkle in your eye. We have a little intimate season, rage to rage while matched is won. Now, let us look to the future and be happy. The lapses of the past will shut away and will no longer trouble you.
Would it were that easy.
With Anne, all things are easy.
Sweet Anne, your honey rots my mouth. You amaze me to have clawed so high and yet learned so little.
I learned.
You have learned nothing.
Henry, please.
Clean yourself! Bitches may bleed when they whelp, but they at least have the sense to clean away the flood.
Henry! Henry! Gone! Gone from light and shadow! In the glory of the crown, gone like a hart sprinting through the forest dapple. Noli me tangre, they said to me when I hunted the king. Touch me not, for Caesar's I am. Now if I am not Caesar's, I find nothing. Neither hunter nor quarry, but blood on the ground. No. No. While there is life, there is hope. And while there is blood, there is strength.
The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women.
Stop that idiot noise! Support me, you beater should know your place! Clean up the brat and discard it to Cousin Shelton. After the christening, it goes from sight. Politics is the art of minimizing one's errors.
Yes, your Majesty.
There is much to be done. Since the Lady Mary will not sign over the articles, let us see if she has the nursemaid's touch. House them together.
The Lady Mary is unlikely to consent.
The Lady Mary will not consent. She only needed a baby. She does not want.
She will not give up her household.
It is not hers to retain. The king's daughters should know one another. Mistakes to be familiar with their kind.
But the king, he does.
Bah! Take me to bed now. I do feel sick.
Do you hate him so?
Hate is an emotion reserved for the vertebrate creatures. That pudgy sack of awful words over contempt.
Why do you continue?
This is the crown. Mind the consternation.
No! It is a crime. Closing down her house and sending Princess Mary to live with that Boleyn bastard.
He's no feelings or treat his daughter like that. Me dad never did such things to me, and who is no page.
When I think of the good times we've had here with Mistress Mary, times ain't like they was. It makes me cold.
Where'll we go? I could go home. I got 7 mouths to feed. Oh, and did we cry when I got taken on here? Now there's nothing.
My mum says I'm to go to London, but there's no guarantee. And then what's a girl to do to keep from the brothels?
It's a shame. It's evil. That's what it is. It's pure greed. The king, he's all fat from the gold he cobbles, and he died. He can't even ship for a winner.
Like gold. You should go to the church to care for the needy. Who will look after us? Who run the hospitals when the nuns go begging?
The Lord Bumsnip. Oh, dearly nay, Duke. Oh, he won't do it. Oh, he's too busy raising the taxes on the new estate he got. And for what? Washing the king's hankies.
Well, my lady squat spread won't do it. She's too busy felling the abbey to make a new stonehouse in town.
King Tudor. And he put us all out in the cold while he eats his supper meal. Okay. What's that paper he wants her to sign? Well, he never married her mother.
Well, that's dark. The whole country saw it.
And Mary is illegitimate.
She looks them both. She's got a father's temper and her mother's convictions.
And then the king, or the pope, he ain't head of the church. Oh, but the king is.
Such sin. Can't even say it.
No wonder she won't sign. I'd as soon be struck dead as sign a thing like that.
You would be struck dead too if you did so.
So he disbands her whole house. No one looking after her now. Me hands and me are both ache.
She'll be a prisoner in a house full of Protestant whores. No priest to visit her, no one to give her comfort till she signs that cursed thing.
I want them to convert. Sure as perdition.
That it should come to this.
It's an evil world. And rat. She's just a daughter, though. Just a bit.
Got a sister named Lizzie. Oh, we're to change it now. Oh,
They say it ain't even his. No. They say it looks just like Anne's dancing master. Move your feet, my lady, he says. And she spreads them up.
what's this, my girls?
Nothing, ma'am.
This is a busy time. See you comport yourself well, as I know you can.
It's so bad, Mom.
Now, Luce, it's not for us to say.
I can't.
There, now, wait.
This is too bad.
Nothing of the sort. You're tired, that's all. There's so much work to do, moving a house. We're all short.
But we're not moving, Mom. It's closing down.
Now, don't talk that way. Some short-term alterations, that's all. Maul, take her to the kitchen. There must be something left.
Yes, milady.
But the Princess Mary, she's so good.
It's touching to see such devotion. I never knew how much they care. They hate to leave as much as I, if not more.
Servants are conservative. They reject change.
Is there much to do?
Few last crates of books,
At least I am to have a literary prison. I shall paper my heart and comfort with Greek. I shall line my loneliness in Latin.
It will always be a blessing.
Will it? I thought so of my faith, but now I wonder. It is such a small thing. I cling to it, but it seems to shrink. The more I squeeze, the more it constricts.
That is its lesson. Let it rest gently in your heart, and it will be ample enough.
I am my father's daughter. It is my nature to grasp stoutly.
Then be your mother's child as well, and believe with ease.
It is said he is quite short with the Berlin Hall.
Princess, respect the office, if not the woman.
What respect should be given to the king's mattress? She should be taken out and beaten with the rest of the bedding.
Enough! You are not a scullion to degrade yourself with such talk.
Am I to have no recourse, even in private speech?
Public speech unsupported by private words is hypocrisy and detestable. God knows all things, and therefore should be respected at all times. Speak always as though addressing God, and you will have proper usage.
A fine precept in pleasant times, Lady Pole,
The
but
heavens
honestly.
are good, and so should you be. True royalty is the preparation for things celestial.
But I am not a saint. I fear, shirk, even hate from time to time. Do not wrap me in fine vestments before my hour.
How will we know our robes of white will fit if we do not try them on now and again?
You are a wonder to make me smile even on such a day.
Oh, your ladyship! Your ladyship, come quick! Compose yourself! This will be done in a right fashion, as befits a royal household. Yes, your ladyship, but then return to the hall. I will be there. Yes, your ladyship. Lady Shelton arrives.
An evil heart, your evil deed.
She does her duty, as we all must. That can be honored.
What honor is there in ambition?
Ambition is a cleansing vice. Therefore are the ambitious pure. They burn with a greedy fever only experience will cure.
Greetings, Lady Mary. Greetings, Lady Pole.
Greetings, Lady Shelton.
Lady Mary is not ill, I trust.
Whose emotion clogs her throat in leaving the home so long beloved?
Of course. I had hoped to make this as easy as possible, but the Queen would have it otherwise.
It would be wise to speak of other persons.
Come, Lady Mary, I've memorized a pretty speech for this state occasion. Will you hear it? Well, nothing is as good as yes in the country. Here it is. My good Lady Mary, I, Anne Shelton, wife of Sir John Shelton, Esquire, do humbly receive you into the household of the King's daughters. Under my loving care, you and your sister, the Princess Elizabeth, shall receive every attention fit for your needs and station. May this house be one of joy and conviviality for all who enter it. Very good. Shall we go?
Lady Pole must ride in the litter with me.
That is not possible.
Where's the impossibility?
It would not be practical.
It is as practical for two to travel together in a litter as it is to get a litter for one. Do you simp on my accommodations
Not
already?
at all, my lady.
Then why this disagreeable resistance? Have you another litter for her? She will not ride out of bed like a common maid.
Indeed she will not.
Well,
The Lady Pole has not come with us to Hatfield.
Not go to Hatfield, Lady Shelton.
This is the impossibility of which I spoke.
Blessed saints in heaven. At least you have given me this.
there is some mistake.
My commission is quite clear.
Dang your commission!
Mary, control yourself.
Where will she go? What
Mary,
will she do?
this could be transacted.
Be calm.
How can I be without you? What can we do? Where can we go?
The orders are explicit.
Mary,
Where can we go?
it is all one in the long run.
I do not ache for the long run, I ache for now.
A little ache will speed your journey on, sweet Chuck. Lady Shelton, you will have the grace to grant us a few moments alone
Though I would.
in your new life, Lady Shelton. Such requests are matter of honor.
Of course, Lady Pole. I am a fast study.
Oh God, Gregory.
Listen to me.
What do we do?
Mary, you must hear me.
Shh.
Mary, listen to me, please.
My heart is cracking.
Mary.
Panic seeps in.
Mary, listen to me.
I can't do it.
When my last baby died, I thought I would run mad, but I didn't. I went on and I survived, just as you will go on and you will survive.
But I need you.
And I thought I needed that child. Lord, how I prayed for a girl. It wasn't easy carrying it through the winter. But I would think of that little smile, a little twinkle in her eye. And I knew I had to see my daughter, my beautiful baby girl. And I did. And she was dead.
Oh, Greg.
I thought I needed that child like nothing in the world, like sleep, and love, and comfort in the rain. And I may have, I may still. She cannot be with me. And I cannot be with you. We must learn to endure. Do you remember the chest in the north wing?
The handwork.
Yes, in the little room near the top.
Ghost box.
Who called it that?
I did. As a child. It was so large and dark, I convinced myself it was full of ghosts.
What happened?
Well, once I discovered it, I thought of it always. It haunted my vision, sitting quiet in that little room all by itself. I dreamt of it at night. The heavy door and the sound it made when I kicked against it.
How did it end?
On Candlemas night, I could stand it no longer. It threw open the door, and I shouted for all the ghosts to do their worst.
Did they?
No. It never bothered me again.
So it is with life. This old world is not but a box of spirits, many from happier days, so why be frightened? You've but to command yourself, and they'll be gone.
The time changes so quickly.
The faster it changes, the faster it will return. And I will be waiting. Always remember, I will be waiting. Kingdoms may rise, religions may fall, the Pope may cry in Germany. But I will be faithful. I will be faithful to the end.
God will reward you, and I cannot.
Come. I will see you by winter. Try what I can by winter. Keep to your books and prayers.
Books I have. But prayers are hollow after this.
No, for love of the future. Prayers are our petitions to God. They must be sincere. Keep yourself, Mary. Keep yourself with all your heart.
Keep myself.
Your books and prayers, lady. Keep to your books and prayers.
will. God is with me. Though flesh is weak. Leave all! No! If I choose not to eat, I shall not! I am a princess!
No, you are the king's daughter and a lady, though not much of one, if you will not eat at the board of your host.
You're not my host, you are my jailer!
You will bend, child. You will bend or you will break. I would prefer the former, but it does not matter. You are in the household of the king's daughters. I am your guardian. You will be safe, but you will be civil.
I am not afraid.
Then you have not the brains I thought you had.
I am not afraid!
Twice makes it half as true.
Ah!
Is not required. Obedience will suffice.
May you rot in hell.
Where I shall be as pliant as you are not, and will reprieve by my charm and country grace. Think you this is my joy, this wrangling and jangling, bickering and nattering, this who is who and what is what, on what paper? It galls me, this royal life. It's worse than hens and weasels. Life were better in the old place with my John and our fair babes. At least they're only the vermin ate their own.
At least the vermin knew their own.
I know my own, though they be far from me, and I know you. It is not your wont a childish rant. When you are calm, then you are yourself again, and nearly royal.
What room is this?
The princess's nursery.
I am too old for a nursery.
The Princess Elizabeth.
She must be from a foreign country. Which is it? Flanders?
How you joke. That shows spirit.
I am the only English princess.
No, my lady, I speak of your father's daughter, the Princess Elizabeth.
My father may have other children. It is said men are weak. But I am the only rightful princess of England.
The Princess Elizabeth, your sister.
Do not tell me that misbegotten Robin Adeline, which is any kin of mine, nor yet noble, nor yet royal. But rather a dog walk through the streets as Pope Chasuble tiara, and all before I'd acknowledge blood kin with anything as Belle.
What is wrong?
Leave me, assassin. If I am to die, I would do it in the company of decent folk.
There was nothing in the food.
Oh, what even the most dolt-headed poisoner would say.
I swear, there is a new cook brought all the way from Calais with no end of expense. I am nearly dead with the management of it.
I am nearly dead with the execution of it. Nonetheless, I am alive.
And you would be had you eaten supper.
Not supper, then when? Breakfast? Luncheon? I'll have none of them. You must cudgel me with clubs if you want me dead. Subtler arts will not prevail. How to my books?
My lady, I don't as yet know the niceties of life in your circle. But where I come from, we never poison the guests at supper. Cousin Anne says I have much to learn. I accept improvements on my manners, speech, and comportment, but I cannot accept them on my morals.
Nan Bullen is in no position to give correction on morals. My Lady Paul, when will she visit me?
Lady Pole, she... Perhaps it was the roast. You may not be used to the new...
My Lady Paul, when will she visit me?
Come, let us
I am anxious without her.
Let us speak of other things. She has her worries to attend.
No! What worries could keep her from me?
You are a child still, and as selfish as you are stubborn. A brave heart like hers should be like the lead mare in a herd, up high and proud to be imitated by others. She needs good companions to learn from her and keep her spirit alive, not little souls, foals like you, nipping at her fetlocks with your tiny selfishness. You'll snap her to death before the royal knackers have half a chance.
Lady Shelton, oh, Lady Mary, I beg your pardon.
Granted. What is that?
It's your sister, the Princess Elizabeth, my lady.
Oh.
sleeping.
And she's not a persecuting harpy.
Well, Lord bless you, no. She's as good as gold, though she does have her moments of temper. She squalls to shake the globe, but all's put right soon enough. She's easily amused.
What amuses her?
Faces. She's a great passion for faces. She'll look at a body with the most serious expression for minutes at a time, as though the weight of the world rested on her dainty shoulders. And then she'll laugh. She loves to pull hair.
Oh, she's a bit of a scamp.
Oh, Lord, yes. I worry about a princess with red hair like that. Look there.
I don't see what you
You
mean.
can take her yourself. Here. Put your arm there. Have you never held a babe before?
Well, my Bible.
But then you're not so awkward. Like that and that. It's a thing takes practicing. There's some who say that old women know the feel of a baby, but that's stuff. Nurturing's a skill as strange as leaping horses. Some takes right to it, but that's not to say all will.
And do I?
The little runt's not dead yet, is she?
Heavens forbid, no.
In your pain.
I wish to dead 100 times, but now that I've met her, now
Hey, she's an angel when she's asleep.
She's so small.
You were a tiny teen yourself, barely more than a handful. Rock her. Like this. Gently.
How do you know about me?
I heard you were as good a babe as one could wish.
I must have made quite the impression.
It's a serious world when no one notices children. Sit yourself down. You can get heavy if you're not used to it.
Such tiny little breasts.
Oh, but they fill big lungs.
Her perfect face. Her tiny little mouth.
Something has to make the little ones lovable, or we'd all turn Herod soon enough.
The nights I cried over her. Curses I've heard at her mother. Tears I've shed for our father, yet she doesn't even turn in her sleep.
She can't turn yet, your ladyship, but you don't know that. It's a new world if you've never seen one before.
How astounding life can compress to such simplicity.
Tub load of diapers is simple enough.
I thought so many things. More in anger than in joy.
Well, that's human nature, milady. Confusion comes hard to the rich.
She's richer than I. God wot. All I had is hers.
I shouldn't burden you. Let me take her back. I shouldn't impose
Now hold her
myself.
still. They're calling you in the other room.
My Lady Shelton will be
My Lady Shelton would approve of us getting to know one another, since we'll be sharing a household together whether we would or no.
Please,
That is enough.
I can take.
Go.
But
Go.
yes, milady.
Sister. They fear for you. And so they should. Your little life is a wheel which keeps this house running. It is well for them to be concerned. I have cried so many tears for you. What's that? A yawn? Tears which would fill that tiny little mouth of yours like the sea would fill a drinking cup. A sleeping yawn. Is that my answer? Well then, some complaints deserve no more. You have done me no harm. Thought of you has left my life a blackened shell, but you, innocent, have naught to do with that. What could you say to the sister so wronged by your brother? A bit of drool? Well put. Well put. You already confessed it in court conversation. You sleep well, my dove. I would not harm you for the world, small world that it is. Would all that were in it could sleep so well.
Damn her eyes. Damn, damn, damn!
Please, Your Majesty.
So she will not sign the articles. So my own daughter will not stoop to do what prominent churchmen across the nation have smiled to do. The impudence!
Please, my lord.
She is vanity rolled into a single shape.
No, my lord.
She is proud, haughty, learned, and disagreeable. Her high collar pricks her ego and keeps her from doing the things common sense knows she ought.
I'm sure there's a way.
From whence did she spring? Is she a child of mine to behave with such rash pride? Her mother, though she could chide, was never as fiery as this.
It will pass, Majesty.
There is no time, Mistress Jane. History awaits my heir until delivery. There's no surety for me. For peaceful days. I think of summers long gone, my brother Arthur and the games we played. Little I knew of responsibility then.
Better days will suit your temper, Majesty. Your Majesty's brother must have been a splendid youth.
He had his own virtues. Father would have been proud to leave the crown to him.
Doubtless your royal father would be no less pleased with your kingship, my lord.
Think you so? It calms my heart to hear your words, but he was a strange, silent man.
Silence is not disapproval.
Or was it approval for your kind wishing? He was fecund. By the end of his reign, the treasury was pregnant with coin, the land was fat and happy, and 2 sons were eligible for the crown.
He was a blessed soul to get so much. But you are not without issue.
I get daughters. That is my accomplishment, the getting of daughters. With 2 queens, I have 2 girls. It shows a very disconcerting consistency.
Only to date.
Don't misunderstand me, mistress. I love Mary as if a father loved daughter, vexatious though she be. And it pains me to have her lock herself away from my affection.
Of course, Majesty.
I remember the shining child she was, the perfect toy. I know a father's loss. She has ever been my tender dog, but what can she do? She will not sign the acts, and the crown will not rest on a woman's head. There is nothing for it. There must be a prince, and she must be obedient betimes.
Yes, Majesty.
We have come too far. We have all come too far to be thwarted now.
Of course, Majesty.
Jane, my head. Do you keep that lovely brow of yours so wrinkled smooth when my poor visage is as ploughed as any peasant's field?
It is no trick, Majesty. I fasten my mind on pleasant times, and inward live in them while outward life goes by.
Oh, how cool your palms, my Jane. Saints have hands like these.
It is a gift to soothe a flamed soul, Majesty.
Tell me the way. What do you think?
Of Catherine, Majesty.
I see.
Of my years in her service. How pleasant they were.
As opposed to now.
I do not make comparisons.
You've risen greatly in my esteem, mistress. The whole court knows my dislike of having the old queen mentioned, yet in honesty and loyalty you do not censor yourself.
I think of autumns with Catherine. The ripe apples in the buckets, the golden shimmer of wheat in the fields, and the nip of winter in the air. Catherine went walking with her maids in the evening. She had a counting game she'd like to sing. The whole troop of us would recite it in the gathering dusk. It was an evening catechism as the Compline bells rang over the river. One is one, the holy God,
Two is man, spirit, and sword. Three, the blessed Trinity. Four, the Gospels, look and see. Five, the days to pray and hymn. Six, the eyes of cherubim. Seven is the day of rest. Eight is Henry, surely blessed. Nine, our thanks may all be well. 10, the tribes of Israel.
Memory is as lovely as your palms.
If they are lovely, they are made so by service. I am bound to serve and to obey.
This is the best of bondage, to judge by how you flourish.
Each thing is blessed in proper station.
You thought you might not yet have attained yours?
I work at what I'm given.
Would being queen be well?
It could not be. With such a gracious master as yourself.
And finds it burdensome.
My lady has an unusual temper.
Oh no, mistress, it is usual. As usual among harlots, fishwives, and scones. In shrews, her temper is the common thing. No, your kind words do fall upon stony ground. Save them for a more tender object.
Such as the Lady Mary.
She her mother's grace, but not her soul, it would be a gentle world.
A brother, Majesty, would ease her pain.
And mine, hell hands, but can one couple with a shrew?
Rodents are notoriously fertile.
But how much more pleasing to enjoy a fine English mount. All fair and warm and silky in the afternoon.
Pleasant as it is to feel the master's touch. Fine stock is not for idle rides.
But the fragrance, Lady Jane. Civet and sunshine dance on the dusty road.
The heat is the dance, my lord. But the dance must forge a prize.
Do not worry, little Genet. English pleasures can have English rewards. Thus is the future made. Lips to lips, a compact sealed in flesh.
Still at prayers, cousin? You've become as devout as Lady Mary.
I have much on my mind. Well, it seems you have not.
A light heart is a happy one.
A light head is a lost one.
What weighs you down? Is not the Princess Elizabeth a joy to behold?
What child of 3 is not in moderation?
And Lady Mary has become almost moderate since you were last here.
The Lady Mary is as obdurate as ever. Her displeasure is the only constant between visits.
You say so because you have not seen her at the worst of times.
The Lady Mary is rude, haughty, and sententious when I go 6 days or 6 weeks between sight of her.
You were not here when the last bishop came to visit the Princess Elizabeth. Mary raged for 3 hours, though 6 maids held her down. All through dinner, a distant voice could be heard shouting, "I am the only English princess, he should speak to me!" It's quite comical. When he left, she said monstrously foul things, which my Latin did not enable me to follow.
We had not known how loud a still small voice could be.
What is wrong?
Catherine is dead.
We've heard nothing.
The king had heard that Mary was not well.
Her curse gives her agony as always. It's so infrequent and so vicious.
Henry feared it might cause a failing, but news of this sort cannot be kept at bay like an unsavory suitor. It must be given court at once, or it finds its own admittance.
You speak as though the news were bad. She dies. Rejoice.
Rejoice is a dry word.
Where is your tabor? Sing.
Songs are for victories.
What else is the death of an enemy?
Thank you, she was my enemy. How scant a way you've come from the stables, cousin.
King Henry's first wife was not your enemy?
She was myself.
situation?
Catherine had one daughter. I have one daughter. Catherine had miscarriages. I have miscarriages. Catherine had no sons. I have no sons. Catherine is dead. What will I be?
The king has built a new religion, cast off his queen, and gambled against Europe for you. You must not be put off by details.
Like a child playing with his toys, Henry has done these things for himself. Everything he does is for himself. Mine is the excuse. His the convenience. I wonder how Catherine felt at such a moment.
Even the Lady Mary would not see you had.
Lady Mary would see me tormented in hell before giving the slightest acknowledgement of my station, let alone my situation.
She may surprise you. A pretty girl can have a change of heart.
My visits to date show no reason to expect otherwise.
Sunday's the day for miracles. Did you see? She bowed to you as if she knows she must make new allies.
I had not thought such lively courtesy possible from a dead branch.
Yes, the long-awaited reunion. All things are possible, cousin. Our rise shows that.
Oh, call her back! Her gesture has a meaning. Every gesture has a meaning, and I pride myself on good interpretation.
Your Majesty, the Lady Mary.
It did my heart good to see you in church this morning. Whither away so fast?
It hurt my heart to endure the Protestant changes in the service. I must be going.
I wish to thank you for your gift. Indeed, your courtesy was most unexpected.
Courtesy.
It was kind of you to bow to me as you left.
Give good answer, Mary. Friendship waits.
And so, I return the pleasure as queen.
The Marquise of Pembroke is mistaken. I did not genuflect to her. I did but merely give reverence to our Lord Christ yonder. A natural confusion. You both think yourselves God.
Time grows short and we've our courses to attend.
Stay, I would converse with the Lady Mary.
There will be time for pleasantries
Go
at
to,
table.
I will walk the whelp soon.
I go. I know that Lady Mary knows all a young woman should about comportment.
I have the education of a princess, not a lady. But I will try.
Dear.
Why?
What opening salvo?
Why are you so proud?
Pride is the last offence of the destitute.
But it is the first of sins.
I am more sinned against than sinning.
Who sins against you?
The Marquise's question is a mirror. In it she will find herself.
I offer friendship keys. Why do you slap my hand?
Is it friendship? To keep me mute here? Is that friendly?
Your own stubbornness locks you away. I entreat you, bend your ways for your father's happiness and not your own.
You entreat at nothing. You order with a question and your smile is a slap.
Your troubles are of your own making. You oppose your father and wound yourself. Why is that, my pretty girl?
I am not your girl.
I have been here before, mistress. I am not inexperienced.
Mistress Boleyn has destroyed many families.
Regard me. My face is not one to inspire. My body is my own and nothing more. These clothes are rich, but any trade with coin can have the like. I am an ordinary woman, yet jealousy springs around me like canes from a briar patch. Why is that? Can you say?
The Boleyn builds to her point.
If Henry loves me, is that all pleasure? If he delights in me, is that all feasting? Perhaps he does not love you.
No.
Perhaps he spares you his affection's weight, as good fathers do. Perhaps his greatest gift to you is his indifference. Your father loves me, child, not you.
No.
If my words sting, it is because they are true. If I am cruel, it is because I am honest.
I will not discuss my father with you.
Look into your own heart to find the answer. You must live in a world of compromise, as I do.
No.
Then accept the responsibility of your unhappiness.
I will do as royalty will do.
Royalty. Royal blood. That's the difference between us.
Well, the Marquise is unclear.
But you are never less than clear. And never less than royal, are you, my little Anne's Bane? That's what you're called at court.
Well, if names are bandied about, it's none of my affair.
Blood. The life substance. Let us think on it, shall we? Was it not blood over which the Holy Spirit moved at the beginning of creation?
No. It was water.
And was it not blood which smeared the doorposts of the Israelites as they came out of Egypt?
Lamb's blood, yes.
And is it not the blood of the Lamb, our Lord Christ, which saves us? Did he not say, "Drink of my blood and eat of my flesh and be saved"? Your blood is so high and so holy. If I turned cannibal, would you be my salvation?
Please, Marquise.
My blood is not so low. Though it may not be red enough to get fat Henry a son, see what my blood has done. My blood has broken the old queen in her cold remove. My blood holds England through the family I have raised to power. My blood, my children will rule England forever and ever. I have created a new world as Christ has with my blood. Lady Sheldon! Where children? Ah! I would see it. This viscous purity, this sanguinary holiness, I would see it in streams of blood, in rivers of blood, in fountains of blood spouting to the sky. Lady Sheldon! Anne, stop it, for God's sake! Forgive me. Our talk has turned menstrual. I have not a genius for endings.
Please, cousin, come away.
Tell the Lady Mary to expect a messenger. May the news bring her as much joy as it does me.
Oh, holy God, you who do all things for our betterment, teach me to see the lesson in this storm. Show me the reason for the tempest. Grant me the understanding of the sun, shaken by the maelstrom. Cracks show more of a structure than the most carefully constructed edifice. Amen.
Lady Jane! Oh, I did not know you were damn title.
She is dead. God, forgive me. That was harsh. I should have said the words, but these days have wiped the gentleness from my mouth. She died a few days back. It was as soft as could be expected under the circumstances. The servants, they... Mary, listen. Mary, listen to me. Mary, stop! Mary, you must keep yourself. Mary, you must preserve. Mary! Pray with me. Pray. Our Father, pray, damn it! Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Mary, stop. Mary, God is the only stronghold. You must take your cares to God. He will hallow in your suffering and consecrate your agony to himself. Are you listening? Mary, you must give him your grief or it will destroy you. Please, princess, please. Love. Say the words with me now. And with God's love, the meaning will come after. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses. As we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. That's my good girl. So she is dead. It's a blessing. She will be in Spain tonight. No, sweet. She will be in heaven.
She will walk among the balustrades of Spanish palaces, where the silver moon shines upon marble balconies. In the courtyards and the purple shadows, she will pause by pools to listen to the ancient fountains. The oranges, ripe under their dark leaves, will witness her pass and wonder at the beauty of such a spirit of peace.
If that is Spain, it is heaven.
Heaven is where her spirit abides. It abides no longer with me.
Be still, my sweet. You must not trouble yourself with such things now.
Trouble. What is trouble? Trouble is the world. Trouble is the boil. And the filth. And the stink of rotting life. Look at this hand. A gentle flower well praised in its day. Till this hour, I thought it a vanity to do my will with. Its happy dove white mate. 2 birds upon my breast and quite laid. Now, see it for what it is. Gnarled claw of flesh. Debased and dirty is the will behind it. So it is with all earthly flowers. They smell sweet to hide the stench of their decay. Everything yearns to the mud.
I protest, Mary.
Even you, Lady Jane, sweet, lovely Jane, ever a friend to me and mine. Oh, Jane, I see you for what you truly are. A set of snares, and the grave's dust wrapped in flesh. Your face is fair to catch, your mate, your man is soft to ease his fears. Your hips are wide to bear his brats in your hands. Your hands, Jane, they are strong to dig his grave. Nothing sacred walks this earth, and nothing blessed lives in human shape. Blasted is the earth, and we are all insects, spawned to die.
This is the excess of your greed.
Say, rather, the truth, perceived at last. Foolish heart, to cling to such a moil. Humanity is a contagion, fatal, and perverse.
What will you do?
Do? What will the virtuous do? I'll hie me to heaven and see my mother blessed.
Not kill yourself.
No. That is sin, Jane. The Protestants may forget. The virtuous will be my path, as by my mother's example. She is dead. She lives yet again in me.
Please, princess, your tone alarms.
Only the guilty need be distressed. Virtuous live, forever blessed.
Good God. Lady Paul.
Lady Seymour, is it not?
Yes, lady.
You've come a cold and unfamiliar way. Few visit me in my new habitation. I can't decide if I'm distressed or pleased.
At my visit?
My abandonment. It is lonely, yet some things should not be seen. Of course, none come to the tower for pleasure, save the very cruel.
I have come to tell you your son's trials are concluded, lest you hear the news from some unfriendly tongue.
If you must tell me, I must know. All things can be resisted, save time and knowledge.
Sweet Lady Pole, there is no way to ease the news. They are found traitorous.
My little boys, who played in warm summer mansions long past, how have they grown? Does any parent believe in their child's maturation? Seasons change, trees blossom, but my boys stay always in youth.
They were condemned for uncivil acts.
They are boisterous, but never uncivil, and excessive enthusiasm is to be forgiven in young noblemen. But I am speaking of 10 or 12-year-olds. They were that once. Children who played childish games, and when they died, rose again, laughing.
The king, in his displeasure, condemned all three to death. The eldest has been executed.
No longer on their faces, but in his mouth. Oh God, has it come to this?
But your youngest, Reginald, has fled to the Pope and is protected somewhere in Europe.
I doubt even he is laughing.
Please, lady, it grieves my heart. This is sad news.
Sad news only affects a full stomach. I have not eaten in 9 days.
Not eaten? Lady Paul, I had...
Do not concern yourself. I'm told it's usual treatment.
But still, a person of your kindness, your stature...
My stature brought me here. My stature condemned my sons, poor foolish lambs. Would Henry treat me thus were I a maid of the mill or a crippled old crone in the forest gathering twigs? No, I would be harmless and of no account. Persecutions such as these are a special attention. One must merit them by birth, action, or display.
But my lady, you must not...
My
bring
birth destroyed my sons. Unlucky children to have such a mother. Would I have known them as another's boys, that I might have loved them, yet they would have been spared, but no. Blood has bound us too horribly together.
But you are the best of mothers.
How can I be when I am cursed?
What curses you?
The ancient crown of kingship. That fatal circlet has tightened around me all my life. The wide-spreading branches of my family lopped off in civil war. The lives of my mother and father made horrible. My son snuffed out. All these things were caused by that dreaded diadem.
No, lady, the crown is
It is an evil ring of gold to weigh so heavily upon so many heads. It weighs on mine, though I never desired to wear it. To this day, tremble at the thought.
Please, lady, the crown may be a weighted
Tis
thing.
blood which weights it so. The blood of every innocent killed under its sway pervades the gold, and bears it down upon the country like a spike to skewer the nation dead. Oh, pity the head which bears that cursed band. It cannot help run mad.
You're a rich woman to pity in your misery.
The harsh confined of time to think of many things.
What have you thought?
Of England, how she was when I was young.
The wars?
The wars, and more than wars.
Was there more?
Oh yes, worlds more. The white blooming of the chestnut trees in spring, like stationary clouds upon the meadowside. The long vividity of summer days, like a meal too lengthy to complete, but too sumptuous to miss. The roaring rains of autumn, like great gray staghounds loose across the sky. The innocence of snowballs. I've always loved snowballs. They were one of the first things I showed Princess Mary. Voici le bulle de neige, ma petite. Très blanche. Oh, très froid. C'est marvelous. Non, mon bébé.
Please, lady, you frighten me.
What language should be spoken in prison when language is useless? Mercy should sound, but it is silent. Forgive me, Jane. My hands have grown useless for holding the present day. The fog, my best visitor, comes every night and takes me dancing. He rolls in all elegant and pale, taking my hands and every part of me into his frozen promenade. The walls shiver with delight, and the frost on my bed sparkles brightly at his presence. Each night I grow more grateful and more numb.
Would I had that blessing now, lady?
What is wrong, Jane? When prisoners do not weep, why should they unchain?
I am not brave. My heart is not steel but lead, or even wax, that it takes such easy impressions from the passing show. I lack any goodly blessing to temper my soul when it comes to the fire. I can but melt, as I do now in useless tears.
What is it distresses Lady Seymour?
The news I bring burns my tongue before I
Say
speak.
on, Jane. Children should not bear heavy burdens.
The king's courts have decided you too are guilty of treason.
The king loves power so much, he cannot imagine another's distaste for the same. All the gold bears hard upon his brow.
Lady Pole, you are condemned to die.
To die?
Without fail.
Oh God. A mercy so like sleep.
Please, lady.
So how it is, Jane? I and my sons have done nothing. Yet we are hacked to bloody collops to fertilize the seed of a barren tyrant. Oh, world, how has it come to this? Oh, England, you witness this shame.
There is no time.
There is time. There is time for Henry's damnation. There is time to curse the man who sees and turns a nation mad, who wallows in sinful lust, destroys his lawful wife, who corrupts the country given him, and turns loose upon it packs of scavenging dogmen to eat its goodness. There is time. There is time
to damn the man who sees his daughter blasted into shame, pulls down her name, and imprisons her with heretics. I die now, but there is time. There is always time. For time is what comes after, and time will know a reckoning. I swear it on the long line of my family.
Forgive me. Lady Pole?
Do not stare, Jane. I have an appointment. But first, give me an ornament. I need something to tie my hair, for I'll not go to the afterlife undone.
You have your dignity, lady. None may take that from you.
Do you have my blessing, Jane? None may take that from you.
I cherish nothing more.
And I have no more to cherish. I charge Mary to your protection. You must show her the mercy time will not. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Lady Shelton! My Lady Shelton! My Lady Shelton! Someone has been at my writing table. I want to begin Elizabeth's lessons and I can't find the little chapbook.
Lady Mary, your correspondence has taken a distressing turn. The king will no longer countenance your uncivil complaints. You are barred from the use of paper and pen.
God.
Your own stock is removed, and any persons caught supplying you with said items face the king's extreme displeasure.
Please, writing is the only joy I have in this fastness. You must let me.
You shall receive no letters save for direct communication from the crown, and your own reply shall be written wholly and only in the presence of the officer deputized.
What have I done to deserve
The maids
that?
are removing your library.
My books?
This is the king's will. You have none to blame but yourself.
Shelton. Did you know?
No, I'm so sorry.
Leave me a few things. Plato, Plutarch, the Bible.
Of course you may have the Bible. Do you think him unchristian?
Why this cruelty? Oh my God, you can't do this.
I can do many things to my own surprise and disgust.
Oh my Christ.
Come to your room, my lady. The
No!
maid- My lady, please, think of your weakness.
My blood weeps that you think so little of me.
It is only of you I think. Your temper is unaided.
My temper. It's all I
And
have.
then this dull and lamb-like
A
world.
lamb-like world and a pleasant one, if you would but make it so.
How can I say to the sentinel on the gate, my thanks, gentlemen, I'll have a breath of air. Oh God, I must sit. Oh. See? It fades. Delusions pass. Faith remains strong.
But you are not strong, as these attacks do show. Please, my lady, now is the time to recant. All you must do is sign. It is such a small thing. All the prominent churchmen have signed. The council has ratified the articles fully. The torrent of history rushes ever past. Do not stand against it. You will drown. This paper
not his will. Though he does not deign to speak to me, I hear his true voice in my heart, and it counsels resistance in my mother's name.
Battles of the parents should not be fought in the child.
But they are, Lady Shelton. You are too much the woman of sense to think otherwise.
Sense has little place in family quarrels.
My heart is a quarrel. It is ruptured, split into factions. Echo with an aortal language of their own. My mother's would one way. Hers are the voices of conscience. Their capillary conversations linger in the furthest lineaments of my soul. My father's would another way. His voice is full of passion. They saturate my muscles and pound combat. Contesting armies fill my head. Conflicting demands march over every inch of my skin. Two forces clash, and I, small battlefield, trampled in the middle.
Child, these things are past and dead.
Oh, what matter if one parent is dead and the other locked in his mind's prison? Struggle rages evermore. I have the fear to show. Every word I speak is victory or defeat. Every thought I think disputed. The emotions wooing from my battered frame are kindling for a new conflagration. The pyre rages evermore. Instead of consume the dead and absent, it illumines them.
Mercy. Mary, you must have peace.
Oh, what peace is there
The
for
peace-
the slain soul?
The peace of obedience.
Obedience to which voice?
To the great overreaching voice of society. You must make the common submission and sign the articles. Fool the time and join the tilting whirl. It is mere politics. Please, sign and have done. Your hardships are yours to end.
I look to the government to know the rightness of my cause.
You confuse government with salvation. That way lies madness. Times change, and we must change with them or lose our bloom.
Have I bloom left to lose? My skin is slack, and my eyes dull. Do you think them so dull they cannot mark my own disintegration? I would have dancing, but there's none with whom to dance. I would have hunting, but there's nothing to catch in these halls save shadows. Some days I am so worn, even little Elizabeth will not sit on my lap. Can these bloody moons I've endured stop now that they've started? With each bleeding, I feel my skin shrivel. Do I grow old not day by day, but month by month as the moon does? My waning there will be not then. No, waxing merry to return to hold little Elizabeth's hand, or even cause you grief. Can this be permanence? This choking, dusty taste.
There is no permanence in human affairs. Most hearts are ever malleable and forgiveness ever possible. One so young should not have such thoughts.
And find me another life.
Here is your life.
Say rather, my death, and all my pleasures grave.
What pleasure have you now?
Oh, more than a crawling court could hold.
You are a stick figure of your former self.
Prostration would not improve my health.
Would your bleeding be so bad if you had a doctor to attend you? Would you grow so weak if you had good food, free life, and society in which to sport?
I do not choose the paths which fortune takes. My sorrows are my own. I ask none to suffer them.
But others do suffer them. Think of your sister. The Lady Elizabeth has grown a child within a cage since Queen Anne's death. What royal 4-year-old has less? No mother has she, and now no father comes near. There is but emptiness where there should be love. How can you consign her to this life?
Her troubles are of the time. Time treats her cruelly, not I.
Your choice imprisons her. She is only 4.
And I am only innocent. The good Lord provides she must learn to trust heaven.
Trusting to heaven is a good deal easier when one has a friend in court. Your innocence does you no good in this wasteland. Why not be where all things serve the best, at court?
What good can come from an evil court?
Not the good from court, but the good done in court should concern you. Think of all the good you could do, not only for Elizabeth, but for all the wronged ones. Poor pitiful nuns which stream in by decimated flocks. Old monks left to wander the streets in the rain. Would these not benefit from knowing a gracious heart in high places?
Father is confused. The whole country led astray, but one hand set so much aright.
It is yours to ask without taking the opportunity.
But my cause.
Forfeited years have we lived together in this place, and you think only of your cause. You have lost your house, your servants, and your freedom, but I have lost as well. These days I chart the passing months by the lines scratched on my husband's face. Small wrinkles etched round his eyes mark the seasons we see separately. Those eyes look deeply into mine and ask, though he never, kind man that he is, voices it. Why did we come to court these many years ago, and what have we found in its splendor save separation? I am bound to your household as surely as you, and there is no easy extrication. My John rides over our holdings, for who should have the management of them save the master, and I stay here. He hears the belling of the cows on the seasonal pasture, and I stay here. He watches the rearing of our children, and I stay here. My life, no less than yours, is cruffered in this place.
Peace. Shelton, peace.
My name is Anne. I would hear my name.
Peace. Anne, peace, please.
Thanks, lady. You smile like your father.
Must I then to court?
Your light would shine more brightly there. I fear the lamp begins to crack. Your ailments cannot keep you warm. A nervous fever is no substitute for a father's affection. And think what you will gain with acquiescence. Your father's love returned. His affection restored, full measure. He will make it easy, so easy for you. The ingood sun will shine again. As truth passes these lips and love fills this heart.
Give me the papers. Got my hand.
Steady it. You raise yourself and all your loves to God.
My loves, perhaps. But I am still cast down.
Save out always a little mercy for yourself.
Who cheers the resurrection of a capitulant heart?
All cheer it.
Full cheer. It's the same as silence.
You're certain?
I?
God be praised!
Oh, you praise who you like.
You're such a heathen!
You wait 9 months, Missy, and you'll know what heathen is I trow.
Will it be a boy?
Aye.
Oh, saints in heaven!
Oh, where else would they be then?
If I listen longer, I'll turn heretic and happy.
Oh, heretic. Huh. Now here's a rich lady's bubble. I know the time for such stuff. Oh, the Catholic bands, the Protestant bands, they all come out the same, red and screaming.
You've made me the happiest woman in England.
Nay, now that would be the king, or so me modesty would like to think.
Out! You came through
generous, Your Majesty.
I'm your golden goose. Keep me in health and your fortune's made. Now send in Lady Shelton, then fetch the king. Say I'm desirous of his presence.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Now, am I different than I was an hour ago? My hands, fingers, and face all feel the same. I am myself, and yet, who stirs within? Oh, the land will see new light, a blessed time. Each moment is pure pleasure, and no two are alike. 'Tis hope that builds a child within. I am aloft with bliss. No feather fall from heaven feels it more.
Your Majesty.
Mummy, Shelton, ask for me. Is there news?
Your Majesty, the Lady Mary, the situation. With the removal of her papers, she is quite destroyed. I have obtained a letter, but it is couched in such grovelling terms, I fear her back may break from stooping so low.
She must lose little things to win the world.
Even I don't call dignity a little thing, Your Majesty.
You will see how quickly it returns, brought back by privilege, power, and pride of place.
4 years of exile have left their mark on her. She is not strong of body, and her soul may crack with apology. The king must be gentle, please, Your Majesty.
Have no fear. New things are growing in the land. A sun will rise to brighten all our days.
You are a prophetess to see such things midwinter.
Have faith, and bring your charge. I shall do the rest for England and my own heart's joy. With these hands we may yet mercy build, though Tudor hearts make small workshops.
Yes, Your Majesty. But please, the king must be kind.
Sing, oh my love, oh my love, my love, my love, this have I done for my true.
The executions must not be put off. We are the king! We are the law!
Yes, Your Majesty.
Competence. Government is the curse of the ruling class.
Sit and talk with us a while.
Us? We become multitudinous?
There are two,
Two?
the queen your wife and Prince your son.
Son.
Come autumn there will be a son to warm your arms.
A son.
The old wife and my body tell me so.
A son. Jane, my Jane! Third and best of wives, neither proud like Catherine nor shrewish like Anne. Come to my arms! You have given me what no other could. A son. A prince for England and a child for me.
Yes, my lord.
Now the seed is full and comes the long-awaited plant. For this I owe you more than I can say. You weep. What is it, my lamb?
Think not of me.
Your tender tears do break my heart.
I am weak.
No more than woman should be.
It is a heavy thing to bear a prince to term.
But you are queen, none better for the task.
But I am alone, my lord.
And though you cry afresh, there is no cause.
I have none to comfort me in my womanly affliction.
Your gentlewomen, your household,
Servants and domestics.
the highest women in the land will fly to you. Duchesses will tend your bedside. Countesses will serve your wine.
They are high-born, but what do they know of royal pain? You say there is ever a gulf around the crown.
True, I've felt it oft myself.
I fear this burden is too great for me to carry alone. Already I feel your expectations press upon my heart.
But you must, the kingdom demands.
I fail from lack of company.
No! Is there nothing to be done? Is there no solution?
There is one.
But by the bleeding hands of Christ, what? I mean, what is it, my lamb?
Mary,
A pilgrimage to a holy shrine. Of course, it shall begin at once.
the Lady Mary, your daughter, my own heart's comfort. She is of blood royal and could help me with my pain. She waits without.
will not see her. She is obdurate.
A small matter. Show her kindness. Your words melt the hearts they do not break.
She is an afflicting harpy. The letter she wrote?
An exercise in childish pique.
Insufferable arrogance. The term she chose?
The rashness of innocence untrained.
Ah, the term she used.
A last brave stand for one already broken.
Think you so? Still, such rebellion sets bad precedent. It must be punished without recourse.
Henry, without Mary, the prince will die.
Bring her.
Thank you, my love. But please be gentle with her.
We will as we will.
Of course, but I'm sure Lady Sheldon the reconciliation.
The reconciliation will be as we please.
Yes, love. Mercy becomes a ruler most.
You should retire. You're too kind for these matters.
Too kind for happiness?
Ha! Is that what you call it? We shall see.
Your gracious royal majesty, may I present...
So, you have come out of your stubbornness, out of your pride.
I have no pride, sire.
No pride? Oh, well, perhaps we all mistook. We thought you to be our daughter Mary, but if you've no pride, you cannot be. For she is monstrous proud. The whole country does know it.
Country knows not my heart.
But we know it here. It is a dagger plunged into a father's heart. We are not wont to receive beggars. You come to us thus, shaking, fawning. It is an insult to our blood.
I humble myself in order to...
Who is as humble as the undeserving?
If I am undeserving, then I prostrate myself...
Who is as prostrate as the shame?
Please. Kind father, please.
Something is unheard by all, even the Pope.
The Pope! There, listen. Even in our face she flaunts. Even in our court, she spews her Catholic bile. Her tongue is poison. Her thoughts are base and corrupt. She is no spawn of ours. No flesh, no blood, in no way of compare.
What is this nightmare?
God could give us better daughters out of stone.
Please, sire.
You are as foul and wretched as any that stink and grovel in public places.
Please,
You are no daughter of mine, but a cockatrice in woman's shape.
Henry! The child.
The queen has conceived. It shall be a prince. At last you are expendable.
O day of joy.
In truth, though, there are kinder ways to tell it.
A blessing on you, Jane. My head spins though virtue allowed.
She chatters, but not to the point. We will have apologies.
Apologies for what? For my abuse?
Abused are we, and so the world does know. You have trod upon our love and thrown it to the ground. No natural daughter treats her father thus.
How have I been unnatural?
Your stubbornness has eaten out our love, as the worm eats out the goodness of a fruit, leaving behind nothing but rind and bitterness.
Bitter your words, but not bitter your soul.
You are less to us than mud.
In mud?
But less than mud. For mud has use. It combines with straw to make bricks. Have you a use? What could we build with you? Or are you still the slop your mother left behind?
What must I do?
The articles.
They are signed, my subjugation knows the law.
I will hear them from your lips.
Henry,
And hot pleasures sweetness cannot expunge.
is humiliation won?
Victory is won. Say the speech.
Forgive me, my
No!
prostrate before your majesty, your humble subject, which hath so offended your gracious highness that I dare not presume to call you father. Do you recognize his majesty as the supreme head of the church under Christ,
of England, and do utterly refuse Pope's pretended authority. Do frankly admit that the marriage between His Majesty and my mother, the Princess Dowager of State, was by God's law incestuous and unlawful and
That will do. Victorious can be merciful. Our property has returned to us chastised. That's done. This small business has kept us past summer. Come, Jane, you will eat.
I saw my John this morning. He said the French singers have a song for you. Marie est anglaise, est jeune, est belle, une fille blanche, est petite. Le roi demande fille abandon. Elle répond tout de suite.
Shall I tune for heavy matters?
The French have a way. It's best kept across the channel.
There's nothing, Shelton.
Don't say that. Princess,
The darkness is complete.
your homecoming was not as I had planned, but some palaces have high doorways, and the first step is the most difficult.
What palace is here? Nothing but the haunt of the shadowy dead. My mother dead. My beloved father dead, and I. What am I?
You are tired from the journey, that is all.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
You must not look so pale.
How should I look? A monster has slain me, though I have eaten my very heart out to survive.
Please, Princess.
I am friendless, motherless. Oh, God, I am fatherless.
Please, Princess.
I had hoped for one last light, one last chance at parental redemption. One word from him could give me everything.
But you have made your peace. Your title is restored.
But the light is gone. Gone, Sheldon. Gone. Gone, Gret. Gone, Mother. And all my dignity besides.
Time will burn away your suffering.
Fire was too cold. Ice too warm. Nothing elemental satisfies in this festering world. God. Oh, God. Only you know what it is to be crucified upon desire.
Mary, I'm sorry, but
I
time
failed will I rend my enemies,
Mary?
and they will drown in the filth of heresies, and by the sword and the axe will their flesh be rent, and goblets of their fat will spit in the cleansing fire.
What is this, Shelton? I cannot but fear.
The sword is my love, and the law is my life. Damn it be who opposes my will, and damn it is she who opposes my God. Hooks will tear their genitals, and by the flail will their bowels be rent open. Thus shall it be with all sinners. Thus will the wanton world be cleansed. Blood! The prophet cried. Blood and redemption from out the vermin's mouths.
Please, Princess, come forth. The feast awaits with laughter and good company besides.
Jane. Sweet Jane. That I should only know love from a protty whore like you.
Love is love, Mary.
Tell that to Lady Cole, who loved her sons.
She knew it.
Tell that to my mother, who loves again.
And she as well.
Tell that to Anne, who loved his crown.
And she in her way.
Tell that to my father,
Hypnose would interest. Princess? Princess!
Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldst enter under my roof. But say only the word, and my soul shall be healed.